Hey y'all, it's your girl, the Evelyn Chanel, back at you with another video. How y'all doing? Okay, so today is World Vitiligo Day. So you know what? I'm bringing you guys a video, giving you guys, knowledge, spinning you with some knowledge, giving you guys a little personal experience, and just giving you guys wholeheartedly positivity for the day and learning how to love yourself. Period. Okay, so fun fact, you guys, the intro to my YouTube is actually from last year when I first celebrated, I guess you could say, Vitiligo Day. So last year was my first time acknowledging the holiday, or the awareness day, and kind of participating in it, not necessarily being able to go to the events, but just doing my part to bring awareness to it. So yeah, that intro comes from part of the video that I did for that, celebrating myself, celebrating my own beauty, and just pouring love into myself. So yeah, you guys. And speaking of intros, I'm about to give you guys a new intro. So keep watching this video to see the new intro, okay? Cause period. I wrote down 6 questions. We're gonna keep it short and simple, positive, uplifting, all that good stuff. Y'all see the shirt? Get into it. I'm sorry, I just had to. Yeah, my brother and my sister got me this shirt, and I like it. I got some shoes that match it, and I'm ready to wear. Okay, I'm ready to go out on the town. I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm ready to go out there and show. Cause I'm here for it. I'm here. Anyway. All right, so of course the first question is, what is vitiligo? Vitiligo is when your skin cells don't function properly, basically, and so they lack color. That's how you get the result of the spots that you see, on me. I'm a certain color, and then you see the lighter spots that I have, and so that's just a result of the skin cells pretty much not functioning the way that they're supposed to. My next question is, when did you first get it? Okay, so one thing you need to know is everybody is not born with it, okay? Everybody's not born with it. It's not a birthmark. It's not, being burnt. That's not what vitiligo is. For me, personally, I think I started seeing the difference when I was maybe 5 or 6. And I'll show you some pictures of when I was younger as opposed to when it actually started showing up. I believe I was in preschool when it first started showing up, if I'm not mistaken, because I remember taking my pictures. I don't know if I could find. I'll try to find that picture, but I don't know if I have that picture. But I was taking pictures for preschool, and I remember having the spot. It was funny to me, I guess you could say, because when I first found out what it was, or when me and my mom first found out what it was, we were told that it was Vitiligo, which sounds a lot similar to impetigo, which is a contagious infection, which is not what this is. This is not contagious. I can't give it to you. It's not an infection, none of that. But when I found out, when I was told that that was the name of it at a younger age, I would, younger people ask me what it was, and I would tell them. And I remember at one point, younger family members would, kind of tease me and be like, oh, tiger, input tiger, or whatever like that, input tiger. And so, like, at one point they would call me tiger or whatever, because of my spots. And one thing about me, what I will say is, when I was younger, it didn't really bother me, at all. I had a lot of, because I believe it's because children as a whole are very beautiful, especially when they care about you. So I had, and I still do to this day, have very good friends that protect me, and they are very protective of me, if that makes sense. I mentioned Trey in my very first video about talking about me, and Trey, like I told y'all, I have been friends with him since preschool, and like I said, in preschool is when it first started, showing up. And so he was one of those friends that I would come home, and these would be stories that my grandma and my mom remember that I don't even have to remember. But I would come home and I would tell them how Trey took up for me, and Trey didn't let the other kids talk about me. And until this day, like, Trey is still protective of me. Like I said, most of my family are very protective over me. Like, sometimes they become more protective over me than I am over myself, because at this point, I'm 22 years old. I done got used to the staring and all this other stuff. The question that I answered was, when did I first get it? But I actually also answered the next question, which was, how did you find out what it was? So I told you that story as well. I guess I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. But like I said, I just want to make it interesting. Y'all always see me sitting down talking, and soon we'll be able to do other stuff, because apparently the world is about to open back up, but whatever. So my next question is, how did it make you feel, or make me feel? So like I said, when I was younger, it really didn't bother me at all, because I was just a child being a child. I don't know, I guess I had more confidence then, because the older I got, the more it started to bother me. But I think once you start to hit those teenage years, and you have to worry about blemishes and pimples and whoop, and you just become way more self-conscious of yourself than you realize. And so once I got to be a teenager, it started to affect me more, because I don't know, I guess hormones or something. I don't know. You're more aware of people looking at you and pointing their fingers and stopping in their tracks to stare at you and all this stuff. And it gets weird. Sometimes people can be ugly, okay? Let's just put that out there. Some people are very ugly. And so they can say stuff or make certain type of faces, and and it kind of hurts your feelings, especially like that. Like I said, when I was younger, I guess I was just younger and I ain't know. But the older you get, you start to pay more attention. And so it really kind of messed with my self-esteem at one point. But luckily I had parents that poured love into me, telling me that I'm beautiful, and making sure I understood that I was beautiful. So it could have been way worse, but yeah. I think now, every now and then I'll kind of get upset about it. Like, if I have spots or a new spot come up, then I'll kind of get upset, because I've got used to the spots that are there, and then when other spots start to emerge, it's just like, dang, okay, now I get to get used to this again, and then I hate when I have breakouts, because it's just like, alright, I already got enough, attention coming to my face. I don't need no breakouts. So I try to keep my skin as clear as I can, and it's already very sensitive. That's another thing. I have very sensitive skin, and like not my mama, but my sister, me and my sister, we already have allergies and stuff like that. Like, I'm allergic to kiwi and nickel. So like, we already have allergies and sensitivities, but then you add the vitiligo on top of that, and it makes your skin even more sensitive sometimes. Like, I'm quick to turn red. I'm quick to get sunburn. You just have to be very, very, very careful. Like, some people don't have to worry about putting on sunscreen or making sure they have on glasses or making sure they have on hats when they go out. But when I go out, you can tell if I've been out in the sun and I didn't have on the proper protection. Like, when I say red, you guys, red. And I'm pretty sure you've seen videos of me getting out the shower with my face being red. So just thinking about that times 10 are not going away. Like I said, you can tell, even if I do put on a proper protection, you can still tell when I've been out in the sun too long. So you just have to be very, very careful with yourself, with your skin, and making sure that you give it the proper nourishment that you need, because it's already like you got one strike against you, if that makes sense. So you have to be very careful. So yeah, I kind of jumped off the subject and started talking about something else, but this is what today is. Alright, so the next question is, what is something that you have learned because of it? What is something I have learned because of vitiligo? One thing, like I said, that I have learned is that people are very mean. People are very mean. I remember, I think I was leaving a restaurant or something like that, and it was this white older man, and I was walking out. You know, most of the time when you see me, if I make eye contact with you, I'll smile, you know, as a proper, you know, polite greeting. And he was like, what's wrong with you, you know, whatever like that. Now I've heard that more than one time. What's wrong with you? What is that? You know, what is that on your face? What's all kinds of stuff. But this particular incident is stuck with me. And he was just like, you know, what's wrong with you? And I was like, oh, it's just a skin disease. And he was like, well, they need to fix that. And it's just like, situations like that show you that people are very insensitive and can be very nasty. But you have to know who you are, and you have to be strong in yourself, and you have to build yourself up so that stuff like that doesn't affect you, and it doesn't bring you down, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like when someone says something to you like that, it's gonna catch you off guard. It's gonna shock you. You're gonna be like, whoa. But you have to take the time to regain your composure and smile, because ultimately there's something wrong with them. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you may have a skin disease on the outside, but your heart could be, you know, pure as gold. You know, you're the sweetest thing, you know, you're the most generous thing. You give. And if a person can be that ugly, you know, outright ugly to you, then that's something within them. You get what I'm saying? And everybody isn't gonna understand people's differences. And like, a lot of people don't try to understand other people's differences. And so I'm just thankful to have people around me that understand my difference and that love me. And it also taught me that, like I said, you have to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, the world will tear you down. And so, like I said, I think that's something I ended up having to learn at an early age, which was to love myself. Now, if you hear me talking, if I got, you know, if I'm having a bad day, or that way I feel like I'm ugly, 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna be because of my skin. It's gonna be because of something else. Because at this point, I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, this is me, this is who I am, and I love me. You don't have to love me, but I love me, and I know who I am, and I know what I'm capable of, and I know, you know, that God has greater things for me. So you just have to keep that mindset, but you have to install that in yourself. No one can put that in you. They can help you along the way, you know, but you have to be the one that uplifts yourself. My last question is, if you could give advice to someone younger than you with vitiligo, what would you say? And pretty much what I would say to someone younger than me, is pretty much what I just said. So that's kind of why I laugh. You just have to be strong in who you are. You have to know who you are. You have to know that you are beautiful, because you are beautiful. You are beautiful on the inside and out, and you have to be beautiful on the inside and out. Don't let, you know, this experience have you to where you're just mean and ugly to everybody because you've been bullied or whatever. And because I understand how it is being bullied, you know, because you look different, or not being the top pick because you don't look like everyone else. And that's okay. But you have to learn to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, then stuff like that will start to affect you. So you have to just love yourself. If you are a parent and you have a child, you know, who has it, love that child. Give love to them. Pour beauty into them at a young age. Tell them that they are beautiful, you know. So when they do start to face the rest of the world, they'll already have that instilled in them. They'll already, you know what it means to love themselves and to be loved, you know. So they won't be looking for that validation. Just pour love into your children. If you have children and you're watching this video and your children may not have it at all, but just teach your children to be kind. You be a kind person, you know. It doesn't feel good, and I'm going to be straight out honest about it. It does not feel good when you walk out into the world and people are pointing and staring at you. So if you can't do anything else, teach your children not to do that. And children, I understand, because children become curious and they want to know. And most of the time, those are the ones that are very much easier to deal with, you know. So just educate your kids, you know. Make sure you tell your children that everyone is beautiful, everyone is different. children are the ones that give it to you the lightest. It be the adults a lot of times that are rough and ugly and just flat out wrong. So like I said, if you have a child that has it, teach them to love themselves. If you don't have a child that has it, educate them and teach them to be nice to other human beings, because I'm pretty sure this ain't gonna be the only something different that they see. They're gonna see people with other diseases, other disabilities, other deformities, you know. But we have to be kinder as human beings, you know. Because yeah, you can see mine on the outside, but there could very well be something wrong with you on the inside. So let's never, you know, forget about that. To a teenager, something I think, honestly, to any age, I would say just to love yourself. Be confident in yourself. Be confident in who you are, what you are capable of, and just stick to that. So yeah, I think that's it for this video, you guys. I'm not gonna drag it out, but I'm gonna show you this new intro.